Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 Live. That's right. And in today's episode, it's the Roaring 20s. You betcha. And we got some roaring money because we want some roaring trains. And, of course, we're going to have a look at last episode, the lines we made, a few of the tweaks that I've made while offline as well. And then, of course, we're going to get into today's builds because today I think we're going to be building some really big lines. I've had a look at the map, and I've got a little extra cash, stored up. So let's get the screen switched over, do all the switchy screens of the things. Hopefully everything is working as intended. And, of course, let me switch this over here so I can see what's going on. Hey, Noko, what's going on? Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Now, I had a request, of course, to rename a town to Far Cunnel, or Far Cummel. Anyway, in that case, this town has now been renamed. I even renamed the farm line that was on this to be the Far Road Food line. Well, I started a little. I'm actually starting 2 minutes late. But that's just because I had the timer set for 6 minutes when just the way it kind of worked out. It's all approximation, right? It's all about that approximation. Hey, Jamie, what's going on? Made a live stream on time for once. Hey, well, someone got to make it on time for once, because let me tell you, I didn't make it on time today. Of course, let's talk about, of course, over the last two live streams, live stream 1 was 1850, and we set up all our vehicles to do things. Of course, it's all trucking industry in the 1850s. Well, it's all horse-driven industry in the 1850s. And, of course, and then live stream 2, of course, was the 1899. Hey, welcome to 1900. And we actually got steam trucks rolling it in. And of course, we got our first couple of train lines in as well. And so let's have a look at those lines to see how they're doing. Hey, look at that. Those are blue numbers. They're all blue numbers. I know. It's awesome, isn't it? I think it's awesome. Now, how is that? Well, let's talk about the small tweaks I've done since the last live stream and what we're going to do today and all the things. So, of course, this was the first line up here that we did. Now, we upgraded all the trucks last live stream. We did all that to get them in the steam trucks. Today I'm going to try and stay up for the whole stream because I don't have to get up early tomorrow. Well, what I'll do is I'll do my best I can to, get everything done for you. That's what I'm going to try and do. So in this particular case, we're going to, this first line here was the first train line, a real freight train line that we put in. And this train had this line, not overly long, right? Because again, in the late 1800s to the early 1900s, you don't got a lot of cash, right? You just still don't have the money to be playing with huge train lines. But we did put in 4 trains, right, on this line. So what I've done as a tweak on this line now only has 3 trains instead of 4. And I upgraded the trains on there to carry a little more stuff, right? So now we're paying a little less maintenance because we got one less train. Those trains are able to carry a little bit more stuff. So between the two of that line was only making about $400,000 is now making over $2 million, right? And that's exactly what we want, right? We like it when lines make lots of that monies because I likes the monies. Now, the other line, of course, we had set up just at the very end of the live stream before switching to a map. And I like doing that at the end of the live stream. I like showing you guys a map of the day, right? To show you guys that, hey, like this is a map I've worked on in the past. Look at all the crazy things I did on it and stuff. And I hope to do that at the end of today's episode. But at the very end of the last episode on this map, we set up this line, and it has 4 trains, of course, and these lines feed this town of Bedford all the way up through these 2 farms and all the way up to this food processing, and then, of course, bring that food all the way back to Bedford. And again, if you've seen there on the Profitron, it's making $2.6 million. There's nothing going on there. Hey, Julia, what's up? Hey, another nice day. And so, of course, we made money on both of these lines, and then what I did was both of these places had trucks that were delivering the last delivery of food. I tweaked them a little bit, just a little bit, so I think this one here only has one truck running on it at the moment, and I think this line up here, because I started both of these lines with 3 trucks, right? And they were losing a little bit of money. And this one's got 2 trucks on it now, and you'll notice they even make a little bit of cash. So everybody's making me some monies. We likes the monies. The monies is good. The monies is wise. And then I let this run for a bit. Once I had them tweaked up, we let this run for a bit, and hey, look, we got $92 million. We got monies. We got some monies to play with today. You know how it goes, right? We got some bucks. So what are we talking about today? About running some big train lines, some roaring trains, right? Now this line here, this midline is actually pretty big, right? I mean, this is a pretty big midline. But this line up here, this was a line. These lines really were just to kind of get trains up and running, get us some extra cash coming in, so as we could really run the big line. So let's talk about what I really want to do today. So all the way here at the bottom of the map, we have some farms. And we have food processing happening at the bottom of the map. Right now, we're using these farms and this food processing to handle far Cummel, or Cummel, whatever it is. I'll just call it far, okay? So we're running these 2 farms and this little food processing plant to feed this town that's close by, right? And this is what you should do. This was a decent route for trucking in 1850. Okay, now let's go to the very top of the map. At the very top of the map, we had basically the same deal. We have a couple of farms, we had a food processor, and yeah, it wasn't overly profitable to grab both of these farms for the food processing, but we made it work. So up at the top, we have farms and food processing. At the bottom of the map, we have farms and food processing. That means we could run a train line all the way from the bottom of the map to the top of the map and vice versa, and have full trains running all the time feeding these 2 towns. Those train lines would make buckets of money. We're talking a lot of money. I managed to get 2 extra product requests, 4 in total for a city. Nice. I'm glad somebody did. Hey, Alan, how's it going? Well, I'm glad somebody did, Julian, because let me tell you. Now, I mean, as time goes on and I add more stuff, right? Like, again, Harrogate is kind of my current contender for that. As soon as I put, like, one of the reasons this hasn't done anything yet is because it's got no destinations, right? It's only got 10% destination here. It's got no rail network, right? And this is where you usually get a big percentage lift right here is underneath this. So usually we get some bigger percentages here. I should be able to get something out of some of these towns soon enough. But I am going to push a big rail line here today. Yes, I'm going to cripple this town in terms of this trucking line. We're going to get rid of this trucking line. And up top, we're actually going to ditch this smaller rail line. I know. It's craziness. Just craziness. It's crazy talk, right? But what we're going to bring into the game is, of course, we're going to bring in this mega train line, which should really deliver some good stuff for us, right? It should be really interesting. So we got a little bit of work to do. We got a whole bunch of stuff, but I scrapped the stave, started another one, and now trying water transport. Good. Well, have someone to that. My shipment is stuck at 69. Wowzers. Yeah, well, but your shipment is stuck because probably the demand of the town is stuck until it grows, right? So see, Duncan Field here, they only want 71. They're getting 71. I could throw 100 more trains on this line. it won't matter because they're stuck at their max amount, right? I'm not doing too bad, Alan. I was actually pretty sick this morning. Maybe some leftover from the other day. I've gotten a little bit better as the day goes on, so we're gonna shoot through this live stream anyway, and I'm just gonna keep resting until I hopefully get even better. Let's go with that one. I hope you're doing good over there and all the adventures you're having. So with that, we're going to see about doing this mega train line. Now, the mega train line will do a couple of things. One, we're going to, and this is going to take us a couple hours, so this is probably going to eat up the whole stream, right? We're going to blow up this line. Yeah, because that's a thing I do. Yeah, we're gonna take this far road, and I mean this line makes $140,000. There's nothing wrong with this line. So, but you know what? Sure, we're gonna sell all the vehicles. Boom, done. And that line, no more existing. I know that's sad in a way. So we just got rid of that line, and that was a profitable line, and we're gonna have to fix this because we don't want to lose these farms, right? Meanwhile, let's now go to the top. Yeah. Now, up here at the top, of course, we have farms, things happening. This already has a train station. I would like to keep that incorporated into the build because this is one of the two towns that's going to get that food. But everything past here is basically junk. I'll tell you right now. So what we want to do is we want to bring up this train line, the Duncan train line. We're going to manage the vehicles on that, and we're going to sell these 3 trains. Yep, sell the vehicles, you bet. And then we're going to ditch this line. Duncan train food. Yep, bye-bye. See you later. Poof, there it went. Poof, there it is. Poof, there it is. So now I'm scared. So, hey, I've asked for it now, didn't I? So basically what I got to do now is I got to get this train line all the way down. I got to get this train line all the way down to these guys, right? While stopping for a little food along the way. And you know what? I'm very, very tempted. I'm very tempted to borrow this guy's line. And the reason is because he goes by a couple of farms of his own, okay? And the line's already here, which means I would only have to extend the line from here up to this farm and circle it in. Down here, of course, I would only have to bring the train line up from the bottom here, down here, up to about halfway the map, right? To about here, which is going to make things cheaper for me. It does mean we have to be a little crafty on the whole. We got to be really crafty here. Holy smokes, there's got to be so much craftiness going on. I don't know if I can pull it off, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Oh, we're going to try. Okay, so I guess it's time to stop looking at it. Let's do some big building. Yeah, there's no turning back now, Alan. The turning back was long gone. The turning back was long gone, dude. The turning back was done. All right, so it's time to start some really big building and the really big things. I am actually going to spend really big money here for a while, and I'm going to probably cry a lot, but that's okay. Let's see where them farms are. It would actually be nice if I could have this out here a little bit, because I'd like to be able to do something like that. You know what? I'm gonna blow it up, blah blah. There goes $75,000. But anyway, whatever. Hey, we're gonna spend some money today, and I mean everybody likes it when you get crazy and spend money. So we need to put this road in. I need this road to literally touch the hand of everything. All right, there we go. So I need this road to come out here like this. And please tell me we can make this train station touch that. And if I do this, boop, yes, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see right there. Look at that. So we're going to do this. Are we doing this? Yes, we are. Okay, here goes the adventure. So now for this part of the adventure, this will be exciting. Oh, not really. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's a truck station. Yeah, that's got to go. All this has got to go. It's all going to get scary, people. Let me tell you, it's going to get really scary. The time doesn't stop at 2022, but I don't know if there'll be new vehicles. There will not be. Time does not stop at 2022, and after 2022, you just basically play on for as long as you play, right? Like you just play on. 200,000 to destroy that farm? Whatever, it's got to go. So I'm going to explain that. I was like, it's not like I wanted it to go, but I have to have it to go because I got to try this little experiment. Okay. So we're going to run this up like this. Okay. Do you think we can get a train line to tuck right in here somewhere? If I do this, awesome sauce. Now, if I do a train line, if I do a train depot, can I get the both of these to touch? Nope. Guess not, huh? Really? You're going to be fussy either way, huh? Okay, that's fine. Listen, I don't want to delete all this road. Just a little bit of this road. We're going to try a little experiment. Go to 8. Boom. Now, do you need it? Do you need this? Do you really need this? Probably not. I mean, this is crazy. This is the $2 million investment of craziness. So yes, we can touch it there. But I don't think you're going to touch it over here. Nope. That's not going to happen. Can I fake you in, can we fake it to make it? Okay. Let's try an experiment. We're gonna try. Gee, the experiments I'm gonna try. We're gonna waste some money. We're gonna waste some money here, people. It is not gonna be cheap. In fact, let's try to do this. We're gonna do a 2. We're gonna try to make this go like this. Like that, okay? Now, are you gonna hook into me really nice? Like, are you gonna pretend that like you're actually part of the farm and it's all good in the world? Tell me so. Yes. Okay. Cool. I want to configure this station. Can I get platforms? Can I have cargo platforms? Do 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 do. Is that as far as we can go? Really? I can't go any farther than that? Okay. Let me think about it for a second. Because I'm all about, but I don't think I can stretch that road any farther. I don't think that road's gonna matter. I don't think that road's gonna matter very much. I don't even think I can. I don't even think I can fake this last piece to become like a cargo building. Some crazy cargo building that I can stick on the end of this thing. What about you? You're a really big building. Can I put you away out there? Will you stretch that far and then pretend that this road will connect? That would be awesome. If not, I mean, I'll make this work. It's not. This is just an experiment, right? It's an experiment I've done lots of times. Yeah, make it a round number. This is a bit of it's an experiment I've done on other maps and it works fine, but you've really got to have just the right setup, right? All right, so there is the connection, but as you can see, we're still not getting highlighted here. That's a bit of a bummer. Well, you're going to refund me all the money. I don't care. That's fine. Gotta like Transport Fever 2, because let me tell you, you don't get a refund in the money when it comes to Transport Fever 1. That doesn't mean I'm giving up on this little experiment. No, we're going to try one more time. Yep, we sure are. Tracks, signals, waypoints. No, get rid of that. Do this. Okay. Are you going to let me configure the station? Oh yeah, I'm still not giving up on this little adventure. We're gonna try. We're gonna try one more time. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I can't. All right. So 6 is as far as you can go, huh? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I can't go any more than 4 on that way. So no. We don't want to destroy the whole thing. We just want to destroy a little thing. like this, right? And then destroy a little thing like that. And then we'll see if we can't put the big cargo building on the end of that. And a big cargo building there. And then now let's see if our roads will actually make this. If I take a road and I drag it right to the farm like that. Oh, this has potential. Look at that. That farm lit up. Lit up like a Christmas tree. Look at this. Watch this go. Betcha. And boom. Okay, yeah, get off that. Oh, come on. That farm's close enough. We could have made that. I'm pretty sure we could make that. Listen, we're going to try. I am going to get you to make it, mister. You're going to stretch it to make it. It's going to be great. Come on. You can feel the burn. Feel the burn. Give me a connection. Give me any kind of connection. Look, see, you want to give me a connection. I can see the little connection. I can see the little connection road right there. Come on, give me this connection. Look, we can discuss this all day, but you're going to give me this connection. No, don't ruin the farm. All right, are you going to give it to me now? No, I don't think you are. Darn it! All right, that's enough experimentation for the day. We'll just have to put in a double stop. That's fine. It just means I got to make the track a little more wonky. Really didn't want to do it that way, but that's fine. Whatever. I can do it that way. So, because you got to try these experiments every once in a while. Okay, so if this is the case, this is the station we want here, but now actually it is not the station I want. It is going to be, I'm going to take this farm over here and this farm here because it is going to be so much more worth it to me. Right, so that means we're going to take this farm over here instead. Yep, we'll turn this around this way. And of course, they got to have all these fields in my way, right? Because this is a thing. Permanent terminal. I tried to make it longer. I tried everything to make that station longer, but it just won't make it. It just won't do it. It's just like, nope, it's not happening. And I realize there is limitations like that. I'm hoping at the end of the stream to show you an example of a stack station where I have used an example like this to try and fudge the industries together. But it doesn't work so good in Transport Fever 2, and that's why I'm okay not to push it too hard. It's all right. It's like, you know what? If it worked, it worked. If it didn't work, well, it didn't work. All right, and that's okay. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. All right, so let's get this in here. We're gonna get this road up here. This is gonna work no problem, obviously. Ta-da! Look at that. I'm gonna have to fix so many roads after this anyway. It's gonna be a crazy nightmare. So now what we want to do is I'd like to. Where's the steel mill? You want steel. I'd like to actually avoid this farm a little bit. So I'm actually going to move this. Yep, I'll take a refund, please. Thank you very much. Because we're going to actually swing this train out and around like this and then back up this side probably of the farm now. Because I can't do what I want to do. Because I can't do what I want to do. I got to do it this way. But that's all right. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. We got to make things happen. You can't always have what you want. Welcome to real life, people. So now we're going to have that train come around this way. We're going to have it come in this way, which actually works out really good because it actually avoids all these industries. Goodbye. What are you anyway? Doesn't matter what you are, because we're taking you out. We're taking you out. Hands up! You're taking you out. Okay, so we're all good. No, easy up now. Easy up. Now, we're going to do that. Boom. All right, so now this is where we're going to probably swing around, do some things, do some stuff. Do I come across this water? I really didn't want to. That was not part of the plan and way too expensive. But we'll see what happens. Let's put this first part of the rail together and make it all happen. So, train tracks. Tracks of trains doing the things. Okay, so we're going to swing down here. This is going to be, now this is an ugly curve no matter what, but it doesn't matter because they're going to be dropping off here and then picking up right away. So I am perfectly fine with this. So we'll do that. And then, of course, this is the line coming in. This will be now the line coming out. So we're going to swing this around here. And pick up a little bit of that something coming around the sides. Boom, like so. Now, this farm is not going to this station, by the way. This farm is going all the way to the other end of the map to drop off. This guy is for them farms up there to drop off, right? So this is an exact reverse of what we're doing here. But you try to put a building at the side. Yes, I did. But you. Okay, so now I understand what you mean. You mean if I had done a station and then tried to make it an end station, but I can't do that because I need the rail to run through, right? It's going to be a little easier to explain once I get it more designed out. So we'll keep on going here. Listen, just blow this up for now. We'll get rid of that. Got to run. If you're still going in 30 minutes, I'll be back. I will still be here in 30 minutes. Something tells me this build is going to be a little bit longer than 30 minutes. I'll tell you right now, because we're going to spend all $100 million here and then some, and it's going to be crazy. Oh, look, we're even going to get a tunnel just for the excitement of it. So then we're going to come around here. I guess we're having a tunnel. That wasn't really 100% of my plan, but we're going to have one anyway. So, yeah, I will see you. I'll be here in 30 minutes if you're here in 30 minutes. All good after that. So now that's going to take us up to here. And now this is where we're going to swing along the shorelines and do a little bit of dancing. So I need to kind of do this right along here like so. And then I need to kind of start making this curve. Dude, can we turn? Can you turn for me? There we go. We need to make this curve right about here without hitting that oil well, right? Yes, we avoid the oil well. Oh no, darn it. I thought I made the curve enough, but I didn't. Okay, this is fine. This is okay. We're just going to fill in a little bit of dirt. Just a little bit. Why is it so deep here? Like, look, I don't need it that deep. Look, just $20,000 would have been just fine. You really? I listen. All right, listen. We'll have a little bit more brush strength. Like, give me a little bit of a rounder brush. Look, why does it have to go down so far? Like, I accidentally didn't make the turn enough. Oh my goodness. Strength. Let's be very careful with the strength, though, because it will get very costly very quickly. Yeah, come on. Come up here. Come on up. Are you going to come up? Come on. I know you can do it. Okay, listen. This. Oh, gee whiz. This is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's go. Let's go super strength. Look, I'm allowing you to spend oodles of money. Just make things happen. Flatten this terrain. Yes, make this happen. $195,000. Well, okay. Can we smooth it off now? Now that you're happy. Gee whiz. Yeah, a little bit like that. A little bit like that. No. I do need this to be a crossing. A little bit like that. I guess I'll fix it up once I get the rail across. All right, so we need this train track to keep coming down here. Yep, right across my nice little what will we call this? This little inlet bridge. And why is that up so high? Is it really that high? Okay, well, I mean, it is what it is. Look, collision. I know it's a little intense here. Let's see if we can't fix that. Look, can you at least just level out for me a little bit? Yeah, I know. It's cost me more money. Gee whiz. Yeah, it's only a little money. It's just a little money. Everybody spends a little money every once in a while. Okay, there we go. Can I have the rest of the train track now? Awesome. Can I avoid more water? Yes. Good. Because that was. Why are we having a bridge all of a sudden? I didn't approve of a bridge. All right, so we better get some double track down on this thing. Keeping in mind, we're still dealing in 1903 numbers here, right? And I can't even run this at the moment because I am blowing up so much stuff that it probably, well, I don't know. We might be able to keep things running at a profit. Obviously, the Duncan Road food is dead. But the Bedford Road food should be good. And these guys, we're not touching these guys at all. So, you know what? I'm going to actually try to run the game a little bit. Yes, we're going to lose a little bit of money on these guys, but I'm not going to worry about that. We'll see how it goes anyway. Yeah, I could build a bridge, but bridges are usually in the millions, and I was trying to be cheap, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well. I mean, sometimes you get lucky with that kind of stuff, right? Where it's like, oh, I won't build a bridge. I'll just like make a little canal, and and it only cost you like 150,000, whereas a bridge would cost you like 1.2 million. And then sometimes you don't get so lucky and sometimes it's just the way it is. But we're doing fine here now. We're doing fine here, right? Because hey, look at this. We're coming up to where we want to be. We're gonna start making the turn this way, ever so gently. I'm probably going to be a little more aggressive this way, coming out, and making this thing. Yes, but you got to remember we have to buy trains, and each train's going to be like $10 to $12 million, and we're going to need like 8 of them. So 96 million is actually nothing. We're actually going to spend all that money and more. That's the sad part, right? Whoa, 883,000. Can we cheap that out a little bit? 654, 469. I'll take 469. I like 469 better. I like 317 even more. Can we do that? I like that. It's like, why did you want to charge me $800,000 for something that only cost me $300,000? See, game? That's why you can't trust the game all the time. Always double check your numbers because the game likes to overcharge. There's inflation, but that's crazy inflation. Okay, so now that has got our rail all the way down here from this from the food processing, and these 2 farms here, and we might need this 3rd farm involved. I am hoping not, but we'll see what happens. And now this is where we get to run all the way up the coast into Bedford and then use Bedford's train line to get us all the way up to the top. I mean, this thing's going to be amazing. Now, there are 2 farms here, and yes, I do see them, and I think I have a plan for them later, but we're not going to use them yet. But it better be nice train if it's more important than a bridge. Well, I mean, I hope it's a nice train. But guess what the game wants to do? A bridge. Yeah. Well, of course the game wants to do a bridge. That's because the game tries to fight me on everything, and it's just the way life is with the game sometimes. But I'm afraid I'm in charge here, not the game. The game is not in the game. I am the controller. The game does not control me. Listen, I know the oil wells are going to run out, and I know this is a big problem in my life. This is why we've got to get these lines set up now, because I have 3 industries that are starting to die, and I'm afraid we're going to start losing all the good industries if I don't make this work. So we're going to make this work. Gosh darn it. Bedford, where are you? Okay, yeah, we're coming straight for you, big guy. No, I didn't want to hear any bridge work. I heard that someone tried to make a bridge. That's a big no-no. That would be a big no-no, mister. Let's do an N. No. Let's do that. No. Let's do that. All right. Okay, so let's grab this. We'll bring it up. Now, obviously, Bedford is a live train line, right? Bedford is a current line that's being used by trains. So we're about to interject our own new line on this line, right? That's a problem. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get around that, right? There was nothing going on. There was nothing going on that way anyway. I suppose this is so upset. Oh yeah, this is so. This is really This is really upset. Listen, Southern on Sea, and we'll fix the roads in a minute. All right. Look, I was just trying to. I'm trying to make a little money here, and I know you guys are all going to be upset, but it's just the way it's going to have to be here for a minute. This is going to be a problem because I can't destroy that. Get rid of that. Yeah, like I can't destroy this road at all. So they're going to have to deal with train tracks for now. It's just what it is. I will put a bridge over it, but chances are that bridge is not going to be happening just yet. Yep. In fact, we got to come in behind this wood lot and then run straight up into that. And I'm going to actually do that first. Okay, so we are going to run a set of train tracks right about here. Like so. And like this. Hey, there's a train coming in now. Look at that. Are you dropping off food? I'll bet you are. Look at that. You just dropped off $1.3 million worth of food. You betcha. That's right. I need you to keep making me money because I'm going to need all that money. Another bank loan. Could you make a bridge above the roads? It's actually cheaper to make the road bridge go above the tracks. Really. It'll be like it's a lot easy. So yes, I will make this a bridge eventually, but it will be a road bridge over the tracks. It will not be a train bridge over the roads. Train bridges are super expensive, whereas road bridges are just a little expensive. Right? But that's how we're going to handle that. You need to come down here as well. Are we getting close to this? Okay, yes. Right to about here. Yes, I know you want to abandon all the oil wells now, and I'm going to get very upset about it. But that is not on today's agenda. It is what it is. I can't do much about it, so I might as well just suck it up, buttercup. This looks like it's going to get expensive. $966,000. Yeah. Well, that is the way that is. That tunnel is what's costing us the money there. Not to say as I really want a tunnel, but okay. Sometimes you got to spend $1 million. It is what it is, and we knew we were going to have to deal with one crossing, so I would rather spend that than we'll deal with that. We'll deal with it soon enough. We're going to deal with it soon enough. Okay, so what am I doing here? I thought I was hooking this into Bedford, and we are, but we have train lines. This is an active line, right? And we're basically turning this active single line into a multi-freight line, right? So we have to do a few things here. We have to put in bypass lines now for this. Yeah, I know that's going to be a collision. You're going to be off. Listen. Okay, a new industry was founded. See? Oh, where did it put that goods factory? Southern on Sea goods factory. Okay. I really wish you had put it down here where the last one was, but sure. Okay. It's not as far away as I thought, but it could have been closer. So there was a box factory down here, and I was really disappointed when it took it away. But I guess we'll make do when it comes to that part of the program. We'll deal with it. So what we got to do now is we have this train line that's doing Bedford. We now want to turn this single line into a multi-train line. Dude, then you got to crash. You got to crash. I know what it's like. Let me tell you. Like I said, I've been kind of fighting whatever. I've been fighting this strange weirdness, illness for the last couple of days. So I know what it's like to try and stay awake and all the things. So you do what you got to do, right? That's for sure. Listen, why are you being so cranky today? What happened here? Well, no wonder you're being so cranky. That's not attached at all. Okay, so I have to fix this. This is a problem. I didn't realize. What the? Look at what's going on. I did not see this when I built this train line. Oh, no, that's terrible. Thanks, Transport Fever 2, for messing up this entire track. Okay, I got to get this train off of this route. Okay, so let's fast forward this a little bit. We're not going to have any trains on this part of the track here for a minute, right? Please say no. Because if so, I'm going to stop it. All right, so this train's going to try to come in. Let's just run him in here really slow. So I got to fix this current track before I can do what I need to do, right? Because this is a disaster. This is bad. I didn't see that the last live stream at all. Hey, Medi, what's up? Hey, I know. What do you think of this maneuver, huh? I mean, I don't even know what to call this. This is. I mean, from above it looked perfectly fine, right? It looks fine from above, but this is I don't know what to call that. I mean, that's a mess. So stop that. You're going to be really cranky because I just stopped you in a train station, but I don't care. We got to fix this mess. Holy smokes. Yup. Now, what mess do I fix is the question. I would say I fixed the one that's sticking way above the ground. It looks goofy, right? Is that the one I'm going to fix? Probably. I would probably like to have it not hanging in the middle of the air like some acrobatical thing. Yeah. So we'll fix that. It is, yeah, it is something, right? I don't know what we call this, but it is something. So we are going to fix it. We're definitely fixing this. I got to have it fixed because I got to build a bypass around it now. So it's got to be fixed. Yep. Okay, so let's get this track in here. Yeah, there we go. Now, can we please not do some acrobatical, funky track today? Now that I'm having to waste even more money, because that makes me cranky. I would really appreciate it. In fact, I'm even making sure that it's not doing some magical thing here before hitting the OK button each time. All right, so okay, everything looks normal this time. No silliness, right? Okay, you can now keep going. Are you going to keep going this? All right, good. So awesome. Awesome. All right. Listen, I'm going to pause you guys up anyway because I'm going to put in this bypass line now and just get things done and over with. So bypass lines. Okay, so we need to do this. Turns out we got a set of switches right here, a set of lines right here. So we're going to put a bypass line this way. I actually kind of like this this trench thing going on because it kind of keeps the track level. Am I going to be able to take advantage of that? Yes, you are, Max. It's going to cost you a few $1,000s and you're going to hate it, but we're going to make it happen. Yep, do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. And can you get one more in there? Probably not. Yep, do that. Now, I want to take a bypass line from here and hook it on to that one right there. Why is it a collision? It's not a collision. Come on. You would do it. You would do it if I held it out here a little farther. Really? You're not going to do it if I hold it out there a little farther? That's very mean of you. All right, well, let's try my little trick here then. We're going to do, we'll try it here. Yep. All right, yep. 3, yep. 4, yep. All right, what kind of speed will you give me if I do it from there? Listen, I know there's listen, Don't you dare argue with me. Don't you don't you dare argue with me. Look at that. See? There was no need for that argument. None whatsoever. Yep. And in fact, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that, mister. And you're going to like it. So we can get rid of these tracks now. I'm going to actually try and keep that one. See if I can't make it come out a little farther. All right, there we go. Give me this. Do this. Are you going to behave? Yes, you are. Now, I'm not really big on this 97-mile-an-hour curve, but when I do this, I'm hoping to be able to do this, and then if I can do that and do this, now, are you going to behave and give me 120 all the way? 111? Is that the best you're going to give me? That's kind of cheesy. I think that's kind of cheesy. I think you can give me one better. I really do. Will you give me 120 now? Yes, you will. Thank you very much. Okay, so now that we've got the 120 I wanted. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely put the signals in. I just got to get all this line down, right? This is pretty flat ground here, so this is where I will run the straight track at, right? Because this is where we're going to come off the other side, blah, 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 all the things. So we'll run track here. And do that, and do this. And I gotta build like 3 of these, so this is like, you know, all the things. Right? You're coming out of the ground there. That's exactly what we want. Where's the other track? Oh, you haven't made it yet, Max. Duh. Okay. Well, listen, I was very excited. Can we now have that second piece of track? Yep, thank you very much. We'll do that. And now, let's try not to build the Great Wall of China out of a train track this time and keep this one a little level. There we go. Like so. Now we need to come in on this side. And are you going to play nice with me? No, of course not. Why would you? That would be too easy, right? Okay, well, listen. What is it you want? What do you want to do? Because I know you want to do something, right? I don't want to, well, I don't want that. Will you do it here? Will you do it nicely there? Yes, you will. I will take that, mister. I will take that. I am perfectly fine with that. So, like this, and there's one bypass. So what we've done is we now bypass Bedford, right? So that line is coming up from the bottom of the map, right? Trains are going to, the Bedford line still exists, and we want it to exist. So we're going to have this train coming in here, right? Now look at this. Can you see the mess here already? Look at that. Look at that little spacer in there. You sneaky devil. Yup. I seen you. I seen you being sneaky. But we're going to fix that right now. Gosh darn it. Yup. There'll be none of that sneakiness. No, sir. You're going to run right up here, and you're going to like it. There. That's fine. Now, so we're going to run this bypass out here. Where are we at? It looks like I'm going to have to be a little more. I'll have to fix my track here in a second. But I got a lot of focus going on here at the moment. So we're going to bring this down here. Like that, and then I'm going to back this line off just a little bit to get the curve to run nice. So we'll do that right about here somewhere. And now I don't need these tracks to go more than 120. Why? Because these aren't passenger lines. And really, the fastest trains you can get are around 130, right? When you get big boys running at 130, and even then the train cars won't run that fast. They'll only do 120. So we only need this track to maintain a 120 speed, right? That's why I've been focusing on the number 120 the entire time. So in this case, our new line is now becoming part of the Bedford line. I am going to have to fix up the signals on that. But then Bedford is still using these farms. So I need my new line to bypass this farm, like so, and it's going to go toot toot, and then join back onto this line. But then it's got to bypass it again, right? Because we don't want it inner farm. So then this is where we got to go take a blinker and turn right, right? Because we got to get around this. Yep, that's a thing. And now we're gonna do this. And like so, and now we're going to the other side of this farm, and of course I'm dealing with more farms here all over the place. Holy smokes! And then over here we're going to do the same thing. I really wish it would kind of keep the height of what I got going on here. Do I try to? I think we try to do something like this. I'm probably going to regret this, but I will try this. Something right about there. Now, listen, guys, are we all going to play cooperation and you're all going to just come off of here and not give me a hard time? That would be great. Yeah, you can collision all you want, but now what's the problem with life? Yeah, see this sweeping curve is going to be a real pain in the butt. All right, so let's see what I can't fix about that. Because there's gonna be an angle that it's got to come off at, right? And it's basically that angle right there is what it wants. All right, well, you know what? It is what it is. I don't get to make up the angles sometimes, so that's fine. We'll take it. But that means this line's probably going to be a little more curvy than you want it to be. So let's do that. Now 120, 120, 120, 120, 120. Yes, I will take that. There we go. So this is the bypass line for our new line. And of course, the Bedford line is still stopping at its second farm, right? That's what that's doing. And then they're both using the line up to here. But now this is a new problem because this is where the Bedford line ends. And we need this train to keep going, right? I need this train to go all the way up to this food processing. So... and at the same time, I need to include these two farms because these are the two farms it's going to pick up at on the way home. I know, it's pretty crazy. So we're going to need to get... I actually got to get through this field of dreams here. This is a mess. And I've got to turn this station into a 2-station. That's a thing that's got to happen. So we got a bunch of construction to do up here. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I know. The towns are going to be cut off, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I did say we were doing a big build today. We're doing a big build for big things. And then we're going to let it run and see what happens. And watch the mess. But that's fine. I am okay with a little mess. I've made bigger messes. You betcha. All right. Are you sure you want to destroy that? Yes. No, it's going to be $200,000 to destroy this field and probably $500,000. We'll do it that way. Okay, dude. So listen, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll configure this. We'll put in some track. Yeah, do that. And we'll put platforms down the other side. Platforms, cargo platforms down the other side. There we go. See, now this guy's going to be all happy. He's like, yeah, I'm a big boy station now. I got 2 sides. I'm like, yeah, you do. Welcome to the real world. So we're going to back that off just a little bit there. And then we're going to hook you into there. And you're maintaining your 120 speed. And we like that. And then we're going to do this. Life is good. All right, cool. So now we just got to get you down here while going around you because you'll cause me problems. And do you think this road's going to give me a hard time? Yes, of course it is. So we're going to get rid of the road. because I'm about to make a junction here, and there is no way this is gonna like this. So we're just gonna do that. Okay, this is where we want to do a split off now, and we're gonna take this. Do 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 do. I mean, it's such beautiful beach scenery going on here, right? There's such beautiful beach scenery going on. Sure, that's what we do here. We'll take that. And do. We're gonna run that right up here like so, and take that. And man, am I ever gonna have to put a lot of signals on this? And then we're gonna have to swing you around, man, like so. In fact, that actually looks like it's gonna run out pretty good. Yeah, that's about 120. I'll take that. Right, and that's now going to hand. So this is going to let the Bedford line continue to be the Bedford line while it's sharing the track with this stuff. This is good. In fact, the Bedford trains, everybody's going to get upgrades, people. It's going to be upgrade season. And that's going to because when you're doing a mega train line like this, all the trains have to be the same. And I will explain why. And the reason is that because you're running all these trains on the same line, if you had like the moguls and the 10-wheelers running on this line, the moguls would slow down the 10-wheelers and everything would become borked. It would be a mess. So this is holding 120 all the way up to here. We like that. I will take it. And then, of course, we're going to take this track all the way down and hope that it doesn't create some sort of great wall of something. You know, all the way down to here. Do, and done. All right, awesome. Awesome sauce. Now that means that's going to run all the way up here. This freight station, I'm actually not going to use right now. I'm actually going to put in a truck line that actually goes over here and picks up the food directly from the food plant, so as I don't have to worry about the trains hauling boxcars. We're eliminating the boxcar altogether, and so as we can run the trains faster to hopefully make even more money. This should actually run to be a really nice line if everything goes to plan. And if not, well then it was a really nice experiment, and we'll just load up a previous save. So it'll be perfectly fine. We've got 2 farms up here that we're picking up from. We've got the Bedford line, which is looking good. It's got its signals and things. We're going to have to put more signals in. It's got its 2 bypasses there. It's got its bypass here, and then it's going to run all the way down here. Life is good. We even got our fake little peninsula here going on. That's great. And then we got a farm here. And then that's what I'm going to do with this one. Here, same deal. I'm just going to have trucks go to the farm and bring it to town. I'm not going to try and boxcar it into the town or anything like that, right? And then, of course, the train will pick up from this farm first, and then this farm second. And if everything goes right, man, are we going to make some money. It's going to be awesome. So let's get this all signaled up and hope that I didn't mess it up. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, if this works, well, it's going to work. It's me. I mean, I have no debt. It's going to work. It's just, it's gonna take a little time for it to work. Like, this is not something that happens in 10 minutes, right? Where are we gonna put these 2 sets of signals? I think we'll put a set here, and then I think I'll put the other set right here. And yes, I am probably using a little too many singles, but we're going to have a lot of trains running here eventually, and we're going to need a lot of signals. So we might as well be just prepared for that now. Prepare for that now, people. Yep. We'll put something on here. Hey, even the freight trains are going to get a little bit of a coastal action going on. It's going to be really nice looking. They'll be able to see all the seaside. How far up here am I going with this? Yep. 1, 2, and then I don't know, somewhere around here. Yep. Come on, let's go. Let's have it. 1, 2. I think you probably need one ways instead. They are well. I mean, they'll by default one ways, right? Yes, I could just say forcibly have it one ways, but these should be doing fine, right? The arrows are going in the right direction for what I need, so it should be all right. Well, I mean, we're gonna find out. is what's gonna happen. So we're coming up here to this tunnel. Do. Now, the reason I'm putting a little bit of attention into these signals is because future prospects, people, like there's some wood down here that has very big potential to run all this distance too, and I don't want to. And so by putting some extra signals in now, I'm kind of looking forward to the future where we might be able to put in another mega line and use part of this line as part of that mega line. It should actually work out really well. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little crazy. So let's get a couple signals in here. Now we need signals here, and we definitely need signals here. So we need a signal coming on there and a signal coming on there, but we don't want a signal until after right about here. And I need a signal that comes into here right about there, but I don't want a signal until you come into the station, and I definitely don't want a signal probably about this far would be safe, would be okay. And then now this is where I gotta set up more signals. So same dealio. We don't want a signal until about here, but we want a signal here and here, and then not one until about here. That's fine. Makes me a little nervous about having that signal there. In fact, I'm actually going to put an extra signal here and a signal here just to kind of cover my bamboozle on that one. Obviously, we'll have trains running through here. You've got your signals on this side. Now this side, of course, I had to tear apart, so this is no surprise. We need a signal there. We need a signal there, but we don't want a signal on that until somewhere's about up here and about there. And then coming in here, we'd want to stop the train right about here, but we don't want to stop it until about past there. Might be a little too far. But anyway, this now allows me to get back into my normal signals. But now this is where the bypass is for the second one. So bypass, but you're not going to stop there right away, are you? No. I really hate having that signal that close, but you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We're going to take this one out. Come on, let me have the signal. There we go. Now, signal, right, because we're going to stop a train here or stop a train here, but we don't want to stop it until they get into either here or here. And then you're going to stop here anyway. And then, of course, you're going to do boom, boom. And then, of course, down on this side, we're going to stop you here. We're going to stop you here, but we don't want to stop you until about there. And then over here, we don't want to stop you here, but we do want to stop you there. And then this allows us to keep going. And I've got two sets of signals there. That's probably a little wasteful, but whatever. This, of course, is the bridge. That's perfectly fine. Now, this, of course, is where everything splits again, right? So it's stop here, stop there, but don't stop until here. And don't stop. Well, I guess that signal's down far enough. That'll be fine. And then from here on out, this side is clear. It can run as fast as it wants to. So we're going to run this. In fact, I should zoom out a little bit so we don't waste too much money on signals because we're down to $95 million. And I know Alan or somebody's going to say, but you got $95 million. What's the problem? And I'll be like, well, we're about to buy a bunch of trains. And it'll be like, we're about to spend a bucket load of money. And that money got to come from somewhere. And yes, we're going to take probably some loans out to pay for some of this. But, at the same time, loans can't handle everything. So this is all still signaled from the past. Life is good. All right, cool. I think that's all of it. Okay, so let's have a look at the lines at the moment. I want to make sure that the Bedford line is still running correctly. And so far it is. Yeah, so this is exactly what we want. It's going to come down here. It's going to use, now see, no, I don't need you to use the bypass line. Or do I? Wait a second. Bring up this line. Bring up the Bedford train line. Yeah, bring up the line. Thank you. Yes. In fact, that's okay. I'm actually okay with this. And the reason is that on the way up, it has to stop, right? So this is a perfect example of why. So on the way up, we have to make 2 stops from Bedford to pick up wheat to make food. And so here's Bedford, right? It would have dropped off its bread and it's ready to go pick up wheat. So to pick up that wheat, we actually have to cross track here into the first station. And that's exactly what this train does, right? Then it comes back out, has to cross back over to the right and then drive on for a while. Now here, we're just lucky enough that on the second station, it's on the right. So it just pulls into the right and then pulls back out onto the main line track. It then just runs up. And then, of course, when it gets up here to its processing center, it does a thing and it's happy. Now, on the way back down, I'm actually okay with it not running back through its own train line. In fact, that will keep trains running better because that means there's less signal stopping, right? But there's no way to avoid, is there? Actually, I could probably run that straight through and it wouldn't hurt it. And then that means only the other line would have to do that. In fact, let's do that. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that'd be after 4. So after 4, I'm going to actually put this as a signal right here. Da-da. Yeah, so in this case, we would want it to stay on the inside line so as it doesn't have to do that double cross over. That way, we don't have to worry about that. All right, so that is that train line. That's beautiful. Bedford is still going to work awesome. Now, I should actually fix the roads before trying to set up the second train line because we got a lot of broken stuff. So Bedford to Harrogate is broken. Is it now? Well, okay, I'll fix that. There's Harrogate. There's Bedford. Well, listen, I got a solution for that. Watch this. Do this. We're just gonna drive up along the coast here, like so. See, there's a little road up here, and we're just gonna hook you in, like this, and then look at that. Look at that. 1 down, 2 to go. Stapleford and Dunkfield. Okay, so that's up here. Okay, so let's fix that one. Train 8 is upset with me. We'll talk about that shortly. Okay, so that's this road here. Guess what? You're going off the beaten path. We're going to take this road now this way. Because I'm not even messing around with the farm fields in here. That's just perfectly fine. And then you're going to do this little maneuver and then swing down like this. Look at that. 2 down, 1 to go. Okay. All the way at the bottom from southern end of C, we will fix that. Take that away. So southern end on C, I'm assuming is up there. Yeah. So you want this road repaired. Okay, I'll do that. Let's do it this way. We're gonna just take this, and since there just happens to be a little bit of a mountain here, we're gonna go like this, and then just swing around like this. We're gonna come back down the mountain like this. Okay, everything is good. We'll just swing down here. And just pretend we do that, and we'll just blow that road up because you didn't want that road anyway. It's very ugly. You know, and then I actually do. I don't usually play with mods. And it's not that I don't enjoy mods. In fact, in lots of games I use mods. That being said, I am the mod type that uses quality of life mods. I don't usually use decorative mods. So, for example, I'm not worried about getting the latest looking train, but if I can get the latest car which will hold multiple cargo types, then I'm on board, right? That's where I am with that. Yeah, I know. There's a train that's broken. Do you want to take me to this train that's broken? Oh, you're broken because you're in the station. Listen. It's okay. It's okay. It really is okay. Why are you broken? Um, yeah. Well, listen. I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix you. Right? We're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna go scoot scoot. Right? Scoot. Yep. See, no warnings now. Look at you go. You're all grown up. But unfortunately, you did not pick up at the first farm like you were supposed to. But that was going to happen, I think. But everybody else is happy now, right? Yes, you are. And again, this food road was going to lose money. I am not surprised about that. Listen, we'll just sell the vehicles off for now. Yep, boom. There we go. Until I fix the train line for this, that road was never going to make any money, right? And the Bedford Road, of course, is losing a little money, but it actually makes more money than it loses because as soon as the trains drop off, of course, it's got all kinds of food, and then the truck drives around like a maniac. He's great. He's perfectly fine. There should be automatically placing train signals. Yes, but I'll give you an example where that really stinks. If you've ever played Prison Architect, there's an option in Prison Architect where it will automatically place lights for you, and you'd think it's a great idea, but where it places all the lights usually is really dumb. So one of the first things players usually do when they play Prison Architect is turn off the auto light placement because it doesn't do it really well. Now, for the beginner player or the average player, like beginner average player, you're probably not going to notice. But unfortunately, anybody that plays it for any length of time, the first thing they'll do is they'll turn off the auto lights because it just puts lights in all goofy places, and you're like, holy smokes, get rid of that. Okay, now we got to work on the train part of the train station system. We got to make a line for this. All right. So we need a new line, and this thing is gonna be freaking amazing. So amazing. I'm gonna give it. What color is that? Yeah, we're gonna go with the peach color because this is gonna be a crazy line. All right, so we need this line to start here. And just so as it doesn't mess this up, I'm going to take this signal here, okay, and just add it. And then it's going to pick up food here. And then it's going for a drive. In fact, we want to make sure it's going for a drive on the right side of the road. So we want to bypass that. I know you're going to be very upset with me for a short time. It's perfectly fine. We want to go here. And then we're going to come all the way down here. Yeah, and you need to go this way, dude. You definitely need to go this way. And then you're going to come all the way down here, and you're going to drop off at, where is it? Where is the food processing guy? Here's the food processing guy. You need to drop that off here, my friend. And then I need you to come down here. Yeah. And then I need you to go this way. Right. So I see we have a broken track somewhere. I'm going to figure that out afterwards, but not yet. All right. Because now this guy is now going to pick up at this farm here. Okay. So he can get this far. So that's not where the track is broken. And then we're going to drive all the way up here. Right. Yep. So far, so good. And is it broken here? Nope. So far, so good. Okay. Is it broken up here? Nope. So far, so good. So we keep coming up the track. We now want to bypass. So is it broken here? Nope. So now we're going to come back out onto the main track. Life is good, blah, blah, blah. But we got to get ready soon to transfer over once we cross the bridge. And we know this part of the track is working because the yellow train is using it, right? So we're pretty safe here. So now this is where things might get broken. No, it's good up to that point. And now, where is the broken stuff? So now this is where we'll be a little more selective on our signaling. We're just going to see if it can make it. Okay, yep, it can make it to there. So where is it not getting to? Are you going to make it to? That is the farm. That is a farm. Can you make it to this signal? Yes, you can. All right. Can you make it? Can you make it all the way to? Can you make it all the way to here? Oh, look! The alert is now gone magically, huh? So look at that. So that. I realize that's a little bit more signaling, but of course that just allowed us to test out where the problems were all the way. So in this case, this train is going to pick up from these farms all the way at the bottom of the map. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. And then it's going to pick up from this farm here and this farm here and drive it all the way up to this station up here. And then it's going to drop that off and then pick up from this farm here, and drive it all the way back down to this food processing plant at the bottom. And if this works, it is going to be so beautiful. Well, of course it's going to work, but I mean, it's going to be so beautiful. So now we do need to put in a couple of truck lines because, I mean, we got to have truck lines for this to work or it's going to be a total mess. Truck line, buildings, station, platform right, 30 meters at least. You don't really need a platform on the left, but you're going to need this. You're going to need this to be amazing, dude. This platform is probably going to have to be 100 miles long, but we'll make it work for now. All right, so that's going to be that one. I don't even think I have a road out to this one. Yeah, like I broke the road. The road's broken out here. It's like, what road? There ain't no roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh, yes, you do. You definitely need roads now because we need you to come out here to pick up this bread and deliver it to town. So, yeah, roads are back on the menu, people. We're going to do that. That has a truck stop already, so we'll use that one. That's awesome. And though we're not going to be using this station right now, we may if it comes to brick later on and stuff, so that's fine. Let me have a look at the lines here. I think the Dunk Food Road is still available. Yes, it is. So let's do that. So we can still use this. We can still use this manage the line. We just got to change it a little bit. So we're not even doing this anymore. Yeah, that's not happening. We're going all the way from Windsor Road all the way to at a station out here. We're going to go pick up here. Like that. And how does it want to do that? Do you want to bring it into town nice and neatly? It's pretty neat. It's not too bad. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. So we're good with that. So that's now the modified Dunkirk Road. This is going to actually need more than a couple of trucks, though. Chances are we're going to have to probably put, I would say, 6 trucks on that and put them on that Dunkirk Road. Okay, so that's going to handle that side. Now we'll go down here, run this. Now, same deal, right? We're not messing around with like little stations or anything like that anymore. This is now going to be the far line. I got to rename that line. New line. Yep. Does it really got to be pink? No. Can we go with a light brown, maybe? Sure. We're gonna pick up from the food, and we're gonna deliver it to town, and life is gonna be great. Really? Are we delivering it all the way this far into town? All right, that's fine, I guess. Okay. And this is gonna be the far road food. Done. And now we'll give him 6 trucks. Now, I'm just estimating 6 trucks. I'll fine tune it later. I just want the trucks to be running back and forth so as the trains see them and everything is good in the world, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to put that in on the far road food. It's good. It intersects at the exit. You mean down here when it does that little turnaround thing? It'll be fine. It's fine. It intersects at the exit. Let me just wait a second. Let me bring the line back up. Do. No, it looks fine. That's fine. Yep, that's all fine. For the first city you made, I mean. Okay, well let me have a look. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. And that's just because of the side that this is on, right? This is on the right-hand side, so it has to come in this road. This isn't going to hurt anything. That's fine. Okay, now for the trains. Wow, this is going to get the expensive part. So we got trains running. In fact, we should be able to run this now. We should be able to run this, and it should work. The Bedford line should still be running at $2 million, and it's perfectly fine. Now we get to do the big stuff. So what we want to do is we're gonna put a building on. We're gonna put some buildings on here. Gosh darn it. Yep, you need that. You better turn it this way and plug it right in. Plug it right in there. Boom, done. All right. So now, this is gonna look amazing. I just want to point this out. For the first city, not that one. Yes, okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to set up trains to come out from both ends at the same time to try and save us a little setup time. This is a long distance, right? I mean, let's bring up the line for this thing. This thing is amazingly long. Oh, and I haven't named it yet. This is going to be the Far Dunk. The Far Dunk. The Far Dunk food, train food. I don't know if you can use a slash in the name or not. Oh, you can. Good. Oh, cool. So this train is doing 2 towns, right? It's going to handle the far town and the Dunk town, and it's going to be running wheat both directions. We're not dealing with the finished product, so these trains, I don't care about boxcars. These trains are all about get it there as fast as we can and get it there in the biggest cars we can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we do 10? That's $6 million a piece. I got $95 million. So that'd be 10 trains. 12 trains. 10 trains is a lot of trains, right? That's a lot of maintenance. So how about we do 11, 12 and see if we can't, let's see if we can't save myself a little bit of money. Okay, so we're going to do 10 trains tops, all right? So that's that one. And then we're going to set you on the Far Dunk line. Now I got to go. Now I'm going to have to do this 5 times because the game would never space these out properly. It just will not do it. So it's going to be easier for me to do it than for the game to do it, right? So we're going to need that Atlantic, and then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Done, and you can also go on the Far Dunk line. Okay, so I have now got to try and take a visual of just how far these lines go and see where I think the half point is. Where would the half point way be on this? It is going to be, well, it's probably going to be Bedford. So if that's going to be the halfway point, I would think Bedford's the halfway point for this line. Right about here somewheres around the plastic plant. Then I would say, yeah, I would say Bedford's the halfway point. Fun fact: in the early 1900s, Louisiana had two cars for the entire state, and they managed to collide with each other. I've actually read that. No, I hate waiting for full cargo. Totally messes up your spacing. I would rather, I just rather work on the spacing myself. So we're gonna, if so, 5 trains, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna run this until this first train hits about here. Okay, let's start this sucker up. Let's actually take a little ride on at least one of these, right? Hey, look at this. This farm's like, yes, I will do food. Are you shipping my food like all the way north? And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have food everywhere. Okay. Do that. Do. Um, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. We're just gonna do that, and then okay. The train's really taking off. Dude, you're excited. Wow, look at that. That's a hot looking train, isn't it? You betcha. I mean, this is what it's all about, people. I think he's got to stop at a second farm though. Yes, he is. See, they're making new industry for me. So he's going to stop at this second farm, right? Are you making food? No. Why aren't you making food? Oh, yes, you are making food, right? Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh, see, problem number 1. Not good. Road disconnected. All bad. Good thing we caught it now. Good thing we caught it now. Right? Because if we hadn't caught that, man, now this train is not definitely going to make any money. It is what it is. Oh, this station is not long enough. Oh, we got a problem. Yeah. Goodbye. I'll tell you right now, you are gonna reach your objective, Mister. I know. Like I didn't realize that you couldn't reach the station. I was sure you could. So we're just gonna do that. You can do it straight. Nice straight road. Do that. Now can you reach the station? Good. Okay. So if I hit the play button on this farm should now be saying, "Hey, look at me. I can make food." All right. But I've got to keep an eye on these trains because I don't want them getting too far ahead. Meanwhile, we got this train up here. He's cruising along. He's happy. He's like, "Yeah, I got some food on me. Look at me go. I've got food." Right? Meanwhile, look, see, I missed this station. Look, see, I almost messed this up again. Do that. Now, of course, that means, yeah, so that farm is now connected. So this train isn't going to get anything because obviously I just connected it. So these first couple of trains, they're going to lose me some money. This is how it works, people. Sometimes you take losses. There's not much you can do about it. I need to find that other train though. Yes, okay, he is en route with his 12 grain. He's a superhero. All right, he's the man. Now, if we were to look at the line, it would say that this line is 35 minutes long, and that is just junk, right? That's not going to happen. I don't know why this thing is still flashing like shipping. Yeah, we're going to ship out all kinds here in a sec. You watch me. So, where are you at? You're actually in a good spot. It's time for train number 2. Do that, do this, swing up here, make this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom, and put you on 1 food line. Ta-da! Like so. And then we'll go up here and we'll do that again. All right. And then you're going to be one of these. Yep. Yep. Dot that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. And we're going to do this and that and do this. Everybody should be happy. I expect everybody to be happy now. Let's hit the play button on slow. I would usually hit this at 3 times speed, but I'm still watching this farm. I'm a little worried about this farm. Now, this farm is saying, "Hey, I'm a bum, right? I'm not big on this whole blinky shipment thing. It should be. I realize it was delivering down here to this town at one time, and it's like I don't know what's going on anymore in my life, and is everything okay? And everything is okay. Everything's going to be just fine. I mean, look at this farm. This farm is at the very end of the line, and it's like, yes, I am so going to deliver food all the way up the map. We're going to make a bucket load of money. Right? He's excited. You could tell he's excited. But we want to make sure that all the trains are excited. In fact, it almost filled that train. So listen, are you going to help? Yes, there we go. He's figured it out. He's like, hey, I can do some food. Well, yes, you can. You should do food. Awesome. Meanwhile, let's keep an eye on his friend here because he's going to be getting close. When he gets closer to Bedford, is probably when we want to bring on the next train. So. Look at him go. He's having a great time. Meanwhile, look at the Bedford trains. The Bedford trains themselves are doing just fine. They're sharing this line as if it's no problem. In fact, we'll slow this down for a little bit. I'm gonna move this train down here for a second because I gotta go find that northern train. Because we're about to have a whole bunch of crisscrossing trains here, right? Where are you at? You've probably already come onto the main line. Yeah, you're about to come onto the main line. That's you right there, right? Yeah, so here comes these 2 trains. So this train's now coming on to this main line of food, right? And is now going to start intermixing with these Bedford trains. I know. This is awesome. All right. And this is exactly what we want. Now, this guy, of course, he's coming down here. This guy's going to take a left-hand turn. He's going to stop in here, pick up no, actually he's got a full load of food. He's not stopping in there at all. He's going to keep right on going down to Bedford. This guy here is coming out of Bedford, and he is going to probably pick up at this first farm. That'll actually be interesting to see. We'll put him on the dash cam here for a second. This actually should be all working out really well. Meanwhile, we got this guy. He's getting in closer to Bedford all the time. Yeah, you're doing great, dude. You're doing awesome. I'm liking it. So we got this guy coming down. He's got his weed on. He's got his Wheaties. I'm just trying to keep an eye. All right, he's getting closer to Bedford. Where are you at, dude? Well, you're not quite at Bedford, but that's okay. Wasn't expecting you to be at Bedford. So we'll just hit the gas here a little bit. And of course, we want this train and this train to kind of meet up right around here before we put in our next set of trains. Looks good. And yeah, coming in hot. Yeah, so we're going to stop them right there. Now's when, oh, look, it made a new oil well. I wonder where it made that. Where'd you make that? Oh, right there. Okay, well, that's interesting. Probably won't use it there, but that's all right. Let's make up another set of trains. Yeah. Make that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do this, do that. And we'll go to the other side of the map, do it again. And do this. All right. Man, this is a train line. None of this messing around with these little lines. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. Yeah, put that on the line. Done. There we go. Now, we'll just carry on. With train 1 and train 2. What's train 7 doing? Oh, yeah. So, see, he came in on his shunt line, right? So he came in on the shunt line, and he was like, yeah, okay, I'll pick up wheat, right? But now he's going to have to make a quick stop here because this guy's coming down at 100 miles an hour. Yep. Well, all right. You got lucky, dude. You beat him to the punch. What can I tell you? Good job. Good job. You beat train one. What can I say? You win. But that's okay. That's okay. In fact, there. See, train one and train two just kind of passing each other, right? That's awesome. That's exactly what we want. And you know, they're making their way along, right? That's exactly what we want. So now what we want is train one. Train one, the next set of trains we put on are going to be just after they go past, when train one goes past this, is when we'll put on the next train, and then that should be all the trains. That should be all the trains. I think. I think that will do it. So as soon as train one passes the Bedford food facility, I think that's going to be all the trains we need. So this is probably losing me money hand over fist. It is. Right now, it is. Hey, the Bedford line is still making lots of money though. $3 million. That's great. That's exactly what that's supposed to do. In fact, it's going to have to carry my costs for a while longer while we're getting this in there, right? They were testing. Let's see what happens when we bonk them into each other. Well, they're not going to bonk into each other. Everything's going to be good. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so we're going to do that. Oh, is this my train? Whoa, stop. Are you my train? No, my train. Your train too. Yes. Okay, your train too. Where's my train one? My train one is. Oh, okay, right. Train two is what we wanted, and yes, I gotta do this now. But give me train one for a second. I expected train one to be much farther than that, right? Are you train one? Yes, you are. Where are you? You are a little bit farther would be nice. I'm gonna let this run. I'm gonna let train two come up around the turn to this farm, and then I'm going to put the other train on, I think. In fact, I can probably prep the train like so, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll buy it, and we'll put it on the line right now, and then I'll pause and go do the other one so as they all come out at the same time. All right. That also allows me to see where train one is. Train one is probably not down this far, but it will be because train one only has to make one stop, and it's right here, whereas train two is going to have to make two stops. So train one would catch up. So we're going to have to do that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. And put that on the line, and let's hope somebody makes me some money. Let me tell you. In fact, I'm going to put train one and train two back up. They're not going to make me any money because they don't have hardly anything on them. But it's going to be the trains after them that I'll be very interested in, right? Because the trains after them should actually have some cargo. Where'd that other train go? Is that it right here? You're train two, yes. Yeah. So like this guy's only I've got 12 on him. He ain't got squat. He hasn't got squat on him. Where's train one at? I'm gonna sneeze here for a second. Just hold on a second. Okay. That was entertainment. Where's my train one? You're my train one. Are you my one? Yes. You guys aren't going to make me any money, but at least I know when you guys pull in, we'll see if the timing is close, and then I actually am going to take the trains behind you to see how we do, because it's the trains behind these guys that are really going to be the money makers, right? Hopefully, boy, do I hope so. So as you can see, we got a train pulling out. Yeah, so this will be the last set of this, right? But I do need to know where the next train is that's coming up here. Really? You had to wait for a train? I'm going to put another set of signals in there just in case. Abandoned industry. Turnberry Welker's farm. Where's this farm at? Oh, really? You want to get rid of that farm? Why that farm? I had uses for that farm later on. You better put it back. Oh, gosh darn it. I mean, I have plans. Well, okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. Okay, so look at this train. This train is, train 8's definitely got more going on. But I'm a little concerned now about the signaling. We have lots of signals out here. I expected that to actually not be a problem. But we'll put a few more out here just to kind of make sure you guys keep moving because I don't want you guys slowing down any. There we go. So train 8's coming up. Let's see. Someone else is going to be coming down, though. Who else is coming down this way? Somebody's going to be coming down this way. Oh, here we go. You, sir. You are train 4, and look at the weed on that guy. He's got Wheaties everywhere. I missed out how much he made. Finances. Well, he made $500,000 just on his little 12. That guy made $3 million. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Train 1. Look at this. And I mean, those trains weren't even full. That means these trains are going to make like a bunch of money, right? Bless me. Thank you. But bless the trains because they got to make me a lot of money. But these trains should do good, right? These trains should do good. I don't know why he's carrying 33 out of 36. What the heck are you carrying? Oh, you're a Bedford train. What am I looking at you for, dude? You're going to be my magical train here, dude. Train 4 is going to be the magical train of destiny. Meanwhile, did you guys get any wheat at all? Yeah, see, that first train didn't get anything at all, right? So what do we got here? This is train 3. He's coming in with 114 wheat. Man, listen, I want to come back here. Listen, farms, I realize I kind of messed you up here for a little bit. The truck lines aren't going to be making money. They're upset, but we will make money. Oh, we're going to make money, right? We'll be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I just want to see I think it's going to be this guy first. He's definitely closer. I don't know. This guy's about to come in at the same time. They're about to come in at the same time. Holy smokes. All right, show me dollar signs, people. $6 million. That's what I'm talking about. So if he's making me $6 million, what's going to happen up here? Right? You know it. Boom. $5.6 million. Guess who just made a bunch of money? And that's only the second set of trains, too. That's not even all the trains, right? Man, that's how it's done, people. And of course, now the trucks can make money because, hey, guess who's now going to start producing food again? That would be awesome, right? And they've been wanting food for a little while because I cut them off. But we're going to make them happy now. We're going to make them very happy. Yeah, 8. It's going to be way more than 8. Yeah, you just keep making that food, right? Is the next. I don't know. Now we may have to add even more trains. Again, I'm a little worried about the frequency. Let's have a look at the time on that. So it's 7 minutes. I mean, it's not bad. 7 minutes is not bad. It's going to be really questionable. I may need to add more freight cars, but we'll see how it goes, right? I may need to add additional freight cars to make this work, but if that's the case, it is what it is, right? We can always add a few freight cars. Why did they not fully unload? Because the factories had slowed down, because the towns had slowed down, they're going to have to pick back up, right? So now I've got to wait until the towns kind of pick up the pace again, and then the factories can pick up the pace again, and then they'll start taking more off again, right? I've never liked that mechanic. Again, I think it was last stream. Yes, it was last stream. Last stream, we were up here, and the trains were making lots of money, right? And then we had a look over here at the factory, and the factory had like 360 wheat stored. And I said, oh, these trains are about to lose money big time. And they did. And that's because the game's really fluky that way. It doesn't always know, like, hey, just ship me everything, right? Um, just ship me the stuff, right? Like, give it all to me, right? I'll deal with the consequences of being short too many, right? I would rather be a little short, or I'd rather have a little extra and then work on the balance myself, right? Like, so here comes train 9, right? I mean, he has just dragged this food all the way from the bottom of the map, right? And yes, it has taken him 3 years to get here, but he has just made $6.5 million. Boom. His finances look awesome. So he's costing me $3 million running time, and he just made me $6 million. So this line is now up to 11 million, but of course that's because of the 2 drop-offs. So now it's down to 5 million, and that's okay because we're going to have expenses, right? We're going to have expenses coming into these lines. Again, you got to kind of let this play out a bit, like especially when you're doing huge freight lines like this. When you're doing big mega map lines like this, where this one line is going all the way from one end of the map to the other, this is why you've got to kind of let them run for a bit, right? And yeah, there's still 57 cargo left because as far as it was concerned, this town only needed 66, so it only had to drop off, I think, 120 tops, and that's if there was anything left over. So here comes train 12. It's a full train, and I don't expect it to drop off all the way, but I can fix this by adding more trucks, I think. If I add more trucks, will I be able to do that? I probably need more trucks picking up food is probably the problem. But we'll see what happens here. So that train made me $7 million, and it only dropped off half of its consumption. That's crazy. That should have dropped off. Like, it's too bad it didn't drop it all off, right? But I'll add a few more trucks onto the truck lines, and then see how that goes, and then take it from there. So we'll add 4 more trucks to each of these lines, just so as the town recognizes that, hey, oh, I know what the other problem is. In this town, I don't think the food's getting to all the people. Let me fix that in a second. That is going to be the Dunkirk Road. I can fix this part. Listen, I need the Dunkirk Road food line. I need to manage the line. I need one. I need to put a station right here. So because I took it away from the train line, half the bread makers are up here in this part of town. I don't think they're getting all the bread from this station. This will probably help it out. Between the extra trucks and the extra bread, we'll figure that out. It'll be all right. It will be fine. It'll be just fine. It's probably the same problem here. If I go under goods, so all my bread makers are right here, okay? And they're doing okay. I think they're reaching all right. If I click on you, yeah, so they're reaching all the bread makers. They'll be okay. This side's not doing nearly as bad as the other side, right? So that's all right. That's fine. The only thing that will happen, well, 2 things. One, we're not making quite as much off the trains as I would like, but we'll make that happen. I mean, it's still making money. We'll just have to push them a little harder. The only other thing is that it's going to hurt the farms a little bit because this means now that the train won't fully have to pick up a farm load, right? So this guy's coming in full. This guy should be going down full. And in fact, if these trains stay full, I may have to cut them. I may have to cut them back a little bit until they can use more of the wheat. Now, I would like to get Romford in on the deal because I know that's Lightning's favorite thing. So I'd like to get Romford in on this deal of bread. There is bread here, and if these trains are carrying a bunch of extra wheat, it would be really nice if I could somehow get this line in here to make this work. But I'm not going to push my luck on it either, right? Like, Right now, I just need these lines to stabilize. So that's my goal at the moment. That'll definitely be the goal. Let's see. We got some breads going on down here. How you doing? Well, you got three bread at the station. That's great. You've got 88 stored. Do you want a few more trucks? How are you doing for food? So 17 out of 49. See, yeah, we're going to buy 4 more trucks. We're going to make sure that these guys see the fact that, hey, you know what? Deliver more food to these guys because, don't be cheap. There we go. We'll make sure that these guys get a little more food coming in, right? That way they know that they're going to get a little more pickup going on. Because I think the problem is that it doesn't think it can ship out as much as it needs. But we'll make sure that the frequency is upped on those lines to make sure that it does. So that's the Duncan Road line. Yeah, so the Far Road line is now down to 40 seconds. I'll add a few more trucks to this line to get it down to about 40 seconds. I think that's only going to need like 2 trucks to make that happen, by the way. We want to make sure that the frequency is good. The frequency is wise. Do that, do this, do that, do this. There we go. What's our frequency now? 61? Okay, that's fine. We'll let them space out for a minute. We'll see what happens. As long as the factory thinks it can take more, then it will do more. At least it's taking over half the train. And this guy is, of course, bringing in more food. We like it when he brings in more food. So this is this guy's second trip. This is actually really good. He cost me 1.3 million, 1.5, 1.48, but then he made me 5 million. So then 1.4, 1.6, that's 3 million. 900,000. So that's $4 million he's cost me. So let's see how much he makes me, right? And I mean, again, I can always cut these cars down to make sure that we're not paying extra maintenance on the cars, right? But he's coming in here pretty hot and heavy now. I hope you guys, I think we're going to need 2 more food trucks. In fact, I think we're going to need 3. We'll do this and put them on the food line. And I missed how much he made. How much did you make, dude? You made me $5.5 million. So he's still making me $1.5 million each time he is dropping off, right? Yes, if I do have to cut a couple of cars off, I'll do that. But right now, and see, he did use more wheat this time. He's now down to 49, right? So he is dropping more wheat off each time, and we're forcing more food into town each time. So see, now we're getting closer, right? We're getting closer to 37 out of 67. So we're just see, right? Production's now above the line. It's gone blue. We just got to make sure we can keep the bread going, right? We just got to keep that bread. We got to keep that bread running. Keep running that bread, making sure everybody's getting their bread. Because, bread is important. It's an important meal of the day. In fact, we'll even add 2, we'll even buy a couple more trucks, throw them on that line, and I'm actually going to go down and do that same at the bottom. Because you have 2 food processing on the same train line pickup for both, half cargo for each, even if you cut the carts. Yeah, it's a little tricky, right? Because it thinks it might have to save on this one as well. Transport Fever 1 did this so much better than Transport Fever 2, and it's really a shame. Because Transport Fever 1, you could do all kinds of craziness. Like, you could have, I have lines. Well, again, I am going to show you guys that here in about 5 minutes or so. You could have lines, like convoluted lines, where like 9 different processors are coming into the same station, and it would figure it out. But I find Transport Fever 2 is not as good as Transport Fever 1 that way. And it's, it is what it is. All games have quirks, and you have to learn to play within the quirks of the game. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here, right? So we're trying to find out, the best balance of quirking, right? And that's how it is. Um, yeah, so you can do some filtering and blah, 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 right? So, of course, now this guy, see, now we've got this guy. Now his production has just gone over the line. Yeah, so see, now that we've got more trucks on here, this town's going to be happier because we're going to be pushing him more food, which is, of course, what we want. That's always a good thing. Do you got a train coming in here anytime soon, dude? Like, like anytime soon? Okay. Well, you got train one coming down here. How you doing for financing overall? Oh yeah, you're doing fine. You're doing you're doing fine. Everything's fine. So you're costing me, yeah, every 2 trips you're costing me 3 million. You're making me 5 million. That's fine. As long as the trains are making me money, I don't care. Yeah, 13. Yeah, it's floating between 13.71 and then it jumps up as soon as it hits a bunch of money. So they're making money, and that's all I worry about at the end of the day. Come on, dude, get down here. Let's bring you up here on the Profitron to see how much money you're going to make me. Yeah, the only solution is to wait for the upgrades. Exactly, right? Sometimes you just got to let the lines run a bit and then let the towns upgrade. And this is the other point I like to make out. Lose money on your truck lines to make money on your train lines. I will keep throwing trucks on this truck line until it's barfing, right? As long as the factory thinks it can keep going? Yes, $5 million. And look, see, he's only got 28 on there now. That's what we want, right? So he keeps dropping off more and more each time he's been dropping off, right? So that's what we want. That's what we want him to do. He's doing a good job. So that's right. You keep dropping off. So yeah, we're just waiting this out. But it's always better to lose money on your truck lines and take the profit on your train lines because it will be so much bigger. And we're still making money on the truck lines. Don't get me wrong. It's just I would rather push these lines to the limit and make sure that these factories are running to the limit. But we are getting closer to the town's limits now, right? So, I mean, this was a thing that was going to happen anyway, right? It was going to happen. It was going to happen. How close are we getting to this town? So we got Dunfield, 49 out of 70. Yeah, so we can probably push trucks a little bit harder on that. In fact, the question becomes now, okay, so he still has 36 grain stored, so he's still kind of kicking out bread. So yeah, I'm not going to add any more trucks on there. We'll just see how it kind of levels out a little bit. The big problem is I still don't have passenger trains, right? These towns won't grow until I do passenger trains. That's right, $6 million. Show me the money. So until I put passenger trains on here, these towns aren't going to grow that much more, right? I am literally playing with fire by using these big mega lines while not having passenger trains set up yet. So that's just the way it is. We do what we can, right? Definitely. We definitely got to get some passenger train lines in here. That being said, though, of course, I'm almost out of time. And what we want to do, of course, is I want to show you another really cool example, which is going to take me about a minute and a half to set up. Well, it's actually going to take me about 2 minutes to set up. So let me switch to my BRB screen. We know this is making money. It's doing what it's supposed to do for the day. This is exactly what we want. We now have our first mega line. What we're going to probably try to do is get something going with wood and tools on this same line. But we also got to work on a passenger line next. Next live stream has definitely got to be a passenger line. We've got to get passengers going up to all these towns to get them to grow so as they want even more food. So that's what we're going to push them for. So let me switch the screen here for just a second. It will play the background music, of course, a little bit of the background music. Of course, while it's doing that, I'm going to save this file. Because that's the thing I do. To see. There we go. Hit save. Now I've actually got to switch over. Now I've got to actually switch over some things, right? I gotta be really cool here now. So I'm gonna quit this to the desktop. I gotta switch this to studio mode because I'm gonna have to do this session. I gotta switch this over to Transport Fever 1. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. I just looked at it the other day. It's perfectly fine. It's gonna be fussy. Did I uninstall it? No. I wouldn't have done that. That's just crazy talk. Play that. Unable to sync. Okay, play anyway. According to this, it says you're up to date. Very good. Yep. It's. Oh no, we're back. Okay, I'm back. It's really sluggish here for a second. But it did come back. It was really worried there for a second. All right, we're back. Yeah, we're definitely back. For some reason, I can't get it to load this screen. Stop that. Yep, exit the game. Yeah, Steam Cloud is out of sync. I know it is. Retry the sync. So I'm trying to load Transport Fever 1. Now, it loaded earlier today, no problem, but it's having a cloud syncing issue, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that today. And that's all right. I mean, it's just too bad because I would have loved to have shown you a multi-platform example of how that is. Steam Cloud out of date. Yeah, I know it's out of date, dude. So why don't you resync it? I don't know why. I don't know what your problem is. If you just resync it, it would be perfectly fine. Anyway, for some reason, it doesn't want to resync it. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. I guess that's what... I mean, I'm already 2 hours over, so, I mean, that's usually towards the end of the stream anyway. So what I will do is I will double-check as to why it wouldn't sync up, and then I will show that example on the next one. So with that, I guess I'm Max. With a very dry throat. And my apologies for coughing in your ear. And I guess I'm going to cough a bit. My apologies. Julian, it's good to see you. Mehdi, it's good to see you. Noko, Alan, of course, it's great to see you guys drop by. I really need a drink of water really bad. So excuse me. I'm Max. This, of course, has been Transport Fever 2. What are we doing on the next one? We're going to put in a passenger line. We need a passenger line really bad to improve them towns. So I appreciate you guys all hanging out. And I will see what's wrong with that cloud syncing for Transport Fever because I really want to show off that map. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.